what does mogul mean to you?
Mogul is a lifestyle. Mogul is like motivation. I feel like everybody, entrepreneurship in the last, 10 years has became trendy. It wasn't something that people cared about before, but now it's a trend. And I feel like mogul is like that epitome that a hustler wants to get to, right? Like I feel it's like instead of just being like, okay, I'm a hustler, because now shit is in reverse. We was drug dealers in our era, and then now the rappers is drug users, right? So you know what I'm saying? So when you look at that, it's like I always want to set the bar higher, not lower. We're not going backwards, we're going forward. And I feel like mogul is the epitome of every hustler. Like we gonna monopolize and enterprise and get this shit going. And it's elite, it's an elite level. It's not just anybody can attain that. You got to really work your ass off and really make smart moves mentally and physically and spiritually too. It's a lot, you know what I mean? Because CEOs don't go to heaven, man. We got to make just tough decisions out here that affect a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we going to heaven though, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard job. So struggling with that, but mogul is just the elite level of this lifestyle, and really taking it on your shoulders and taking care of your family, your team, and everybody, and getting you to that stature. So shoot for the top, bro. Is it easier being a rapper or a business? Is it easier to just do you and control yourself, right? Or is it more pressure to kind of, because you got it's a headache being artists. A manager, bro. Okay, it's a headache. It's a selfless job. You know what I'm saying? But I think what we love though about it, and I let her tell her side of that. But like I always say, I try to give artists what I wanted, right? Like Chuck really like set the bar high for us at Done Deal. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like we you didn't even realize what you had almost at all. And it was like, it was funny, and I did, because I used to stay with him, but I still didn't understand until I became in his position, right? I'd be like, yo, dude really had to set up with stuff that average people around us didn't have. Like, you know what I mean? Like we moved like a major label at that time when I didn't even understand what a major label was. So moving into what we do in that 1015 and Project Level was like, everything that I lacked or everything that I wanted or everything that I actually received, I want that for our artists. And we start there. And then we trim from there or we go up. You know what I mean? It all depends. But we start at figuring out what they need and what they want. And then that transfer, like I think one thing they say, like you can go to 1015 and you kind of like, they know how to build you into a star in a way, right? And that package. And I learned that young. I learned that through Done Deal and Chuck and Quinn and everybody, how to be a star. So we like to implement that into our crew. You know what I'm saying? So what's your reason?
I love helping people. Like,
so it's in you.
Yeah, it's in me. I'm just naturally a giver, a nurturer. And it's so hard to just be just a manager. Like I can't be. It's like you work with people and they're human, like artists, actors, models, they're humans at the end of the day, and they have to put on their cape, their mask to get on the stage and do what they have to do, but they are still going through a lot of stuff. And I'm like, how do we get the best out of people? Right. And so like I always try to take the motherly approach. I'm definitely mom to everybody too. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. So I try to take that nurturing approach because it's like, first off, we're dealing with people who come from like backgrounds that have like, we faced a lot of trauma, especially coming from our community. So it's important to make sure that we're improving our inner workings. You know what I'm saying? And
definitely.
I mean, I don't know. It's tough because I know I'm gonna get up every day.
Right.
So when you ask Rich, like, is it easier to be the artist or the manager? It's like, for him, in one sense, it's like, he knew he was going to get up for himself every day. Right. So when you're dealing with somebody else, you're like, okay, I hope they show up. I hope they do their part. Right. And then when they don't, you got to troubleshoot. And so like we're constantly troubleshooting. We're constantly figuring out how do we improve on the design. Right.
See, and what she just said.
Cutter. It can't be cookie cutter because everybody's like different and they're in different places. Right. And it's like, that's what I love about 1015 is like, we give them more than just management.
Beautiful. That's sick.
Right.
Because that's what's needed.
Nah, real talk. Like, and what she said, that figuring it out part, like we still figuring things out every day. You know what I'm saying? And I think I did a post a couple weeks ago, and then Thizzler just reposted it, and a few people blasted me because they was talking about like Rich's advice is to tell artists to figure it out. Right. And like they felt like that was harsh, and I understood where they was coming from, but the context of what I was saying was even if I give you everything, if you don't figure it out and what you want for yourself, it don't matter what the hell I tell you. It don't matter what I produce for you. It don't matter who I introduce you to.
Yep.
You ain't gonna be able to do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got to figure out what you're trying to do. But even more than that, though, too, is like, if you are dependent and relying on everyone to get this done for you, bro, good luck. Because people people got their lives, people got everything. Like, we spent a lot of our personal money to build up to where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna as a hustler, we gonna forever be in the red because we always reinvested. We gonna always put it back in. This ain't no cash grab for us. So that's why it's very important to figure it out. And when you do business with somebody, you need to be aligned and seasoned, right? So you can understand what they expect of you and what you should expect of yourself. So it's a lot, man. It's a process.